Today I'm going to show you how to make some really cute necklaces out of UV resin, this mold, and some rub-on stickers that you need water to rub it on. So first you'll just fill your mold 3/4 of the way full with UV resin, and then you'll take your toothpick and get all the bubbles out from along the sides and bring them up from the bottom so that when you use your lighter, it'll pop all the bubbles. And then you'll go ahead, once you have the bubbles popped, put it under your UV light for 2 minutes. When you're using UV resin for the first time in the mold, I would suggest starting with a little bit to see if your mold works with your UV resin. Typically only the clear molds will, just a heads up. So if you're using one, test it first. So once that UV resin is cured, I've already cut out the ones that I want to use. And then I'm going to take that clear plastic off the top of it. It was kind of hard to do with my gloves on, but. So you take the clear plastic off, and then this is a rub-on sticker. So it's originally meant for fake nails, but usually I find that anything that you use for fake nails is also great to use for resin projects as well. So you'll take your sticker and you're going to just dunk it right in some water. I just got a little cup of water, and I also have this, it's also used for fake nails. It came with a fake nail kit. This brush is really thick and it worked perfect for this. We're just using water. So I dunked the sticker into it, got it completely wet, put it directly where I wanted it, and then very firmly press that paintbrush on it. And this came off way easier than I was expecting. This was really an experiment. So almost immediately it starts to come off, and I didn't have any issues with all three of these. It came off perfectly. The picture was perfect. And then you'll take that. It's much easier to use tweezers or something to get that white paper out of there. And you'll see that the transfer came off perfectly. It's almost like one of those fake tattoos, but we're putting it on resin. It's exactly how it works. So if you can see how beautiful that came out. Now that's the back of it. The front is going to be on the back of the mold. So you're seeing a faded version of what the final project will be. This time I used the tweezers to dunk it in and put it directly where I wanted it. Now remember, each of these are going to be a necklace, so they're all going to be made differently. And then I just wet the paintbrush and pressed firmly down. And it really doesn't take long at all. I think it's already transferred. I just wanted to make extra sure that it was on there. And see, it's already on there. And so take your tweezers and get that out of there. And I love, this came with so many different stickers that it could last for so many projects. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. He's barking in all my videos recently. But I didn't want to keep on re-recording them like I sometimes have to do. So just dunk it again. Place it directly onto the resin. There was even some blue, really pretty blue flowers too on one of these sheets. So I'm excited to try to do something with that as well. I love that you don't see any residue or anything from this. You can not tell it's a sticker or anything. Like, you know, sometimes when you use a sticker, you'll see that clear around it. You don't see that with these, which is really nice as well. Don't get me wrong, I still use stickers, but look at that. Now that's just the back of it, so it does look a little faded. And then some of these sheets even have some words, so I went ahead and added that onto our project. This one I almost made it crooked on accident. So be careful when you're laying it down because it starts to transfer pretty quickly, so try to get it exactly where you want it. And then once we do this, since it is water, you want to make sure that it dries really well. I would suggest to let it air dry. I wouldn't put anything on it Sometimes when you're even using a paper towel, you'll get little like fuzzies in it, and that's going to be very visible in your finished product. So I would just suggest that you set it aside, maybe dunk it over to get any of the big water out, set it aside and let it dry. What I did is I let it dry for probably a half hour before continuing on to my next project, just to make sure there was no water in between there. So since now it's dried, I'm going to move on to the next step, putting some more clear UV resin, and then we're going to use some of the gold foil flakes, and I'm going to take it and almost make it look like a leaf on either side. At least that's what I was going for. I don't know if the final project portrays that as much, but you just a little bit on each side, and then I'm going to put some little tiny pieces on the top of this one just to give it some more shine and more character. I love the way the gold foil flakes look, and sometimes it just makes the project look more complete. And I'm just doing it in really, really tiny pieces. I'm popping the bubbles. This one needed a little bit more resin, which means I'm going to have to rearrange it a little bit more. Got to put some of the foil flakes back where they go. And then you'll want to go ahead and put this under the UV light for like 2 minutes to get it the rest of the way cured on there. But for this one, we're going to do something similar. We're going to fill it with UV resin and then just put little tiny pieces of the gold foil flakes wherever we feel like it would look best. And I just kind of put them all over the place. You can see how sometimes it doesn't want to tear as well. But when there is UV resin on your toothpick, it'll pick up that gold foil flake super easy. And I'm just kind of placing them all over. And for this one, I went ahead, so the foil wouldn't move when I put more UV resin, I went ahead and put it under the UV light and then finished the back of it with a little bit more UV resin to make sure everything was covered. You can see how they are really, really tiny pieces. That's just because you can see how tiny this mold is. It's probably, I would say, probably the size of a nickel if I had to guess right now. So it's really tiny. So you don't want to put like a big chunk and cover up any of your stickers, and it would make it really hard to read. The gold foil flakes is actually technically going to be more in the back of the earring, because the front of the earring right now is at the bottom of the mold. And you'll see what I'm talking about. I noticed when I was recording, I accidentally did not videotape me taking these out of the mold, so I was sad. But you do get to see what they look like completely finished at the end, which is good. Sometimes I got a new tripod with a light on it, and it's more of an overhead thing, and sometimes when I'm clicking it, I can't see it well, and I'm actually recording when I don't think I'm supposed to be recording, and then it doesn't record when I want it to. Like that particular moment when I was getting them out of the mold. And once we have finished all of this, I can't wait for you to see the finished product because they really did turn out very cute. These would work in a bezel as well because they're thin. They don't have any bulk to them, so they work in a really thin bezel. And maybe I'll try that next time I use these. I'll use them in a bezel instead of a mold. So this is a bail, and what that does is it lets you create a necklace or earrings out of something that typically you wouldn't be able to because it doesn't have a hole in it. So I typically just put a little bit of UV resin on it, put the bell on it, then hit it with the UV light, and then make your doming effect on the back, completely cover that back of that bell that's holding it on, and make it a clearly coated on the back so that it looks very nice and neat and professional. And then I have this pack of jump rings, We'll get it out, and I'm going to use the second to largest one. Excuse me. And we're going to get 3 of these out. And then I'll show you how I do it. For these, I'm just going to use a black cord necklace, and I'm going to completely close the jump ring on it. And then it's just so easy. You go ahead and put your corded necklace on it. You can get these in a big pack. I'll link everything in the description at the end of this video so that you can find anything that I've used if you need it. And then you just clasp it, and then you can package it however you want if you're selling them or gifting them. And look how beautiful these turned out. One says amor, one says good vibes. I just love them. If you like this video, I have a ton more on my channel. Please like and subscribe and check out all the awesome tutorials that I have and all the great resin ideas that you can get from them. Thanks, bye.